Is the morning of day 24 and day 2 of a Parasite cleanse. This is my third round of Parasite cleansing. I did 2 rounds earlier this year in the summer for physically fit for service. But I had some struggles with all the changes to my body at the time. So now that I have switched to a paleo diet, my digestion is very consistent, thankfully. I am embarking on a Parasite cleanse again. I've had some symptoms, like some rashes, in my, around my lymphatic drainage area, like armpits, that are kind of indicating that I need to do some more cleansing. So I am doing castor oil packs at night on my thyroid and around my stomach, particularly around my liver. And I'm also taking some lymphatic drainage supplements and liver cleanse supplements, and I'm doing charcoal as a binder at night. So I'm going into this confidently and trusting that that my body is ready. I've gone through this holographic sound healing certification program, which included a lot of activations. So I think my body has been responding to those activations and it is ready to do the next layer of cleansing and clearing. So it is cleansing. Okay, it's been there for 30 minutes and it's time to get out. So I think I shared in a previous video that I had a download that it's not really as much about cleansing or clearing as it is about seeing the thing as clean and clear. So that thing being my body, seeing my body as clean and clear. So I'm working on those I am affirmations and those affirmative affirmations, noticing the availability to stating it as here and now. Here and now I am clean and clear. So really the goal is to help my body be in harmony with all the microorganisms and parasites and things that are in the body. It's not to completely wipe them out, but just to facilitate the harmonization of that. The squirrels are out playing. So I am trusting the process. I am going confidently in this direction with the understanding that if my digestion does not respond well, I will halt, pause, or slow down the process. The last time I really had some problems with my digestion just shutting down. And I was taking a lot of supplements to try to help facilitate that. A lot of probiotics and digestive enzymes and things, and I just could not get a consistency with my digestion. So this time, I'm now a few months into a paleo diet that has really been wonderful. It's been easier than I thought it was going to be. Just knowing that, really the results are everything. If I'm feeling really good and my digestion is consistent, that is motivation enough. I'm sleeping well, my skin's doing better in general, but now with these activations, there's just an awareness. Oh, the squirrel is behind me. Where are you? These recent activations, I think it's time to take my body to the next level. With these sound activations, it can trigger what's called like a healing crisis, where your body starts to have responses and reactions to the clearing. So I'm trusting that these are responses to parasitic die-off, or my body detoxing what it doesn't need. So I am approaching this with from a place of embracing the little bit of discomfort and recognizing that I'm ready for the next layer of this, which is to really optimize my health and just feel really good, which I already am feeling so much better than I did a few months ago. So it's the commitment, it's the consistency, all the little things of self-care and self-love, really listening in to what my body needs, and consistency with the paleo diet so that it's less inflammatory, and just allowing my body to heal from inflammation and high cortisol levels. So I've learned a lot this year, and I've created a lot more time and spaciousness to my daily routine as prioritizing my health. And through that expansion of self-care, self-love ritual, a lot of amazing synchronicities have come forward. In the spirit of us being the tool, of us being the vessel of the divine, the hollow bone, we really have to take that time to listen to all of those subtle things of where we are neglecting ourselves or where we need more attention. And those are also ways of healing from trauma that we've experienced, where we haven't treated our body well, or someone didn't give our body as much love and care as it needed. So this is the opportunity to change the cycle, to break those patterns. So I'm going confidently into this and feeling good going into day 2. You know, every time I approach these kinds of things like cleansing, clearing, I learn something. So that's a really important thing, is the experience is the gift. So I learned a lot the last time, and I made some big changes and adjustments, which helped me to be more confident going into this and softer with myself. So stay tuned for the journey. Mima! Is that you? Hello?
You got a little bit on your nose. It's pretty cute though.
Today has been a day of reflecting on the last couple of months. I mean, really, the last several years have been wild, to be honest. Big changes. But this year has just flown by. Yet so much has happened. So much has happened. And really in the last 2 months, so much has happened between starting my memoir and then finishing the first draft in like 20 some days, and then doing my first little short film, I Am Cosmology. It's been a busy time with friends coming and going, lots of visitors and a busy house, and then the surprise of the sound healing journey. I was originally signed up to do a training in the spring, but when the synchronicity comes knocking, you answer, and I'm so grateful that I did. It's just interesting to think about. I was trying to say well, when was the last time that things were not just going fast and intense in a way? And I think I do live my life with more availability to slowing down, and somehow that feels like it's made things speed up. Because I was just reflecting on, I'm doing this Parasite cleanse again, and really I went immediately from physically fit to switching my diet to a Paleo diet, on a recommendation from Dr. Nathan Riley to read the Terry Walls protocol. She has created this protocol that basically healed her of her symptoms of MS and reversed some of the symptoms and has helped a lot of people. I still haven't finished the book, but I got enough of the idea of the protocol to understand I was going paleo, and not only that, but it's some other adjustments that I think aren't as common, like no eggs, no pork. So right now I'm doing grain-free, dairy-free, egg-free, sugar-free, pork-free, no peanuts or beans. And I'm feeling great. But I'm also recognizing that I'm in a moment of just, once again, needing to slow down. It's been an interesting pace of just following synchronicities and enjoying the journey. And now it's the time to just do some pausing and noticing what needs attention. So one of the things that's coming up for me is the ceremony of Christmas. And this is feeling a little more challenging because I moved. So I am not in my hometown for Christmas this year, which I'm choosing. And part of me is very excited to start creating my own traditions. And maybe I'm talking about this to remind myself of my intentions. My name means Christmas child, or child of Christmas. Bon Nathalie, as I've heard. So Natalie means Christmas child. And maybe I need to spend a little bit more time even going back over that, the different meanings and etymology. Is it still called etymology if it's your name, or is there another term? Anyways, I did have a bit of a Christmas crisis last week, after finishing the sound healing training. I had not done any Christmas shopping. I had not done any decorating. We did not have a tree. All of my Christmas stuff is in my barn in Indiana, so it was a Christmas crisis. So I went full elf on the house. I had a few hours to myself here, and I just needed to do my thing. So I got a little very small Charlie Brown tree and a couple poinsettias and a Christmas cactus, and I put on some Pericomo and Kenny Rogers Christmas, which is me and my sister's favorite. I started cutting out snowflakes And then, to my surprise, like, Kenny Rogers hit hard this year. And I had a little crying session, like just seeing the sweetness and wholesomeness of that album. If you've never listened, give it a listen. There's a particular song called Christmas in Kentucky that really plucks at the heartstrings and also kind of speaks about kind of remembering the essence of Christmas. The melody talks about making gifts from the hands and the heart. And so maybe it's just good for me to pause and reflect on this right now, because I am noticing that, so my housemates, my husband came home that night and the Christmas music was playing and I'm singing, and there's we have like a little spaceman projector that has like lights, so it was lit up, and I had put some spices on the stove as a potpourri. And so I was trying to get all of my senses involved in Christmas. The smells, the sounds, the feels, sights, tastes. I made a delicious blueberry, pecan, banana bread with almond flour and maple and almond butter and cashew butter. So I was getting just kind of like touching in all those things, but I'm now like, so that was fun and I got a good essence of that, but I'm still recognizing it just feels a little bit different. And so the invitation in the ceremony is to think about what my traditions are. What rituals do I love? So Kenny Rogers makes the list. Kenny Rogers Christmas. But it's kind of like, what else? What does Christmas mean? And it does have a lot to do with family. So this year I'm going to be celebrating Christmas with my tribe family, with my housemates, which is a different experience for me. And so I get an opportunity to think about how do I approach Christmas and what is meaningful to me, and how can I send my love and feel my love has expanded, not a feeling of separation, but more a feeling of expansion, and tap into the creativity, the joy, the magic, and really allow myself as the child of Christmas to express what does Christmas mean to me. So maybe this was a little therapy session with myself. It's interesting doing these little vlogs, but I'm encouraging myself to take more chances in sharing, because that's the point, because this is living ceremony. So living ceremony means there's meaning and there's opportunity to celebrate, and it's probably a good time to revisit the meaning of ceremony. I believe that we worked on the etymology of it one time and came up with words that included circle and castle. So what things would take place inside of the castle and around the castle for Christmas? That has a fun spin. So today I'm focusing on watching some Christmas movies, interlaced with work and some self-care things like doing castor oil packs to help my body system detox, and just recognizing, I also did some slow cooking, some cabbage and beef, onions, mushrooms, carrots. Just recognize the opportunity to really take some time to nurture and nourish my body. Make some tea from my dear sister who makes this incredible nourishing blend, and tap into the essence of this time of year, slowing down and going inward and taking time to expand into the rituals of enjoying a meal and making a specialty. Yeah, so just wanted to share a little bit more about the day, because I'm noticing that sometimes when I have, some days I'm just struggling to capture the different parts of the day. So this is the early evening. A lot of times it comes down to like mornings and then just capturing glimpses, but today feels like a day to just share the intentionality, even when there's not as much to film. But maybe that's a story too, because I did get some sun today, and I'm trying a practice called womping, where you, it's not really smacking, but you kind of like pat at the armpits for detoxing, so for lymphatic drainage, get those systems moving. So there's other things happening, and maybe you guys want to see me womp. I don't know. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I'm just learning as I go and noticing the availability to share, and noticing the places that I wonder why I don't share, or the curiosity of where this is going to go in the full share. So much love.